All right, folks, we are live. Let me. Now that I'm thinking about it, give me 1 second. All right, league action. Shout out to the fine folks at Gray Barn Golf. I got into a habit of doing that at the intros, but SGT Journey brought to you by Gray Barn Golf, which we are in fact doing a course here today for my league, the Hosel Rocket Golf League on SGT. I picked Seadrum's newest fantasy par 3 course, which is Wonka's Wacky 3’s. But we're going to hit some shots on the range, take our time warming up. What's up, Grip and Sip? Well, I was waiting until maybe a couple more people come in because people are probably going to keep asking. But Cliff Notes were, I was hurrying yesterday. However, that was between the shoveling I had to do. I mentioned that on Monday. But I was hurrying yesterday. However, used the inversion table, and I did a flexibility kind of workout, so to speak, whatever you want to call it. It was like 25 minutes. And that, between that, sleeping better, eating better, that kind of stuff, I do feel better today. But then I have a feeling it'll be kind of like that, just up and down. I'm hoping that I can string a couple of days together that I feel good, but we're going to swing easy. And I go through habits or periods where I'm really good at doing those stretching classes or workouts, whatever you want to call them. They're like athletic flexibility classes, which are awesome. I always feel awesome after doing them, and you feel great the next day. I'm actually a little bit sore from that, but it's a good sore. But the lifting gets in the way, the golf gets in the way, other stuff gets in the way to dedicate an extra half an hour to it. But I got to get in the habit of prioritizing it. Crybaby postal workers. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. So I talked to one of my neighbors. When was that? Sunday, I think. He was walking his dog, and I asked if he got the same. It was like a general flyer. And I asked if he got one. He said no. But then I went out and I had to run some errands this morning. When I went out, I looked at a couple of the other neighbors' mailboxes, and they're way worse than what mine was. So I don't know. It wasn't like it was a personalized thing for like only me. I think it was more of like a general PSA. But yeah, sore is good. Pain is bad. Yeah, tough to differentiate the two sometimes. But I made a couple minor changes to some of the stream setup. You guys probably won't notice a couple, but I think I changed like 3 little things. I got to do one more after I'm done. Once while the laptop and everything is still set up. Problem is, like, you can tell pretty much immediately. It sucked while I was doing that flexibility, but you could tell immediately. Like, I feel pretty good. I feel like I could almost try to hit easy irons, but I just know I got to slow my way back into it, I think. So I was wondering, Grip and Sip. I was literally, as I was going live, I was thinking, I wonder. I was gonna let you guys decide. If you want me to switch over, I can. You'll see a black screen for about a minute, but I can switch over if you want. I don't care. I think, is that what we're doing for the match? I'm playing. What's up, Foof? I'm playing Ryan ASU Golf tomorrow at 1 p.m. for our No Putts Given tournament. And I think pretty much everyone, unless they have issues, is using beta. So I got to go over there anyways. But if you guys want me to, I can switch over. What's going on with you, Foof? I'm trying to limit the amount of like torque and rotation with like my hips and whatnot. So I was saying this on Monday when I was playing. I'm kind of just trying to let the club kind of whip through a little bit more at the bottom to generate a little more speed without having to swing. But now I'm like drawing my wedges, which I usually don't do. I like purposely fading them. But generally, they say, whether it's this or across the bag, more upper body meaning like arms and shoulders and chest and that stuff, it'll lend itself to more of a draw, and then more predominantly lower body in terms of legs and hips and that stuff will lend itself more to a fade. Less glitches on beta versus stable. So I was talking about Foof, yes, or I guess the cliff notes. I didn't do anything for pretty much 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks ago on Monday. 2 days ago was the first time I tried to hit these wedges or anything. I think it wasn't fully golf related or speed training related. I don't know for sure. It wasn't like anything once happened. I definitely like popped a rib out of place or pulled something either in my lat or my obliques when I did speed training like a month and a half ago. But like I've done that before. That was normal. This one, I think it was a combination of that, probably not fully healing, playing, just golfing and swinging too much with that repetitive movement. So those were kind of like contributing factors. And I think what really did it was shoveling, using the snowblower, and mainly I think the two main things that did it were trying to pull start because I lost power. So I couldn't use the electric start on the snowblower, but I tried to pull start both the snowblower and the generator, which I think was, in hindsight, putting your entire body into it. I'm right-handed, so right arm is the strongest, and that motion going up, I think, is what ultimately did it. But all those other things, I think, definitely didn't help. All that to say, I did pretty much nothing for 2 weeks, so now is like week 2.5 going forward. You look up online, some require surgery. I'm hoping that's not the case, but they say, generally speaking, like 4 to 6 weeks until like you're back, I guess. But dislocated your ribs from sleeping weird. Yeah, that's probably some of it too, Foof. Over the past month or so, even before that, I've been trying better to sleep on my back because of some of that too. I was having shoulder issues. Sometimes I wake up and I'm predominantly either like a side or a stomach sleeper, and I have sometimes my arm out in front of me with like my head on it, which definitely doesn't help. So I have been doing that. Really though, like that doesn't feel too bad. It's weird if anyone's ever had one or something similar. It's like bending over to get that ball is what hurts, or like bending over to like tie or untie my shoes. It's like weird stuff like that hurts. What do you think? You guys want to see beta or what? What's up, Christian? That's a good one. Connected to the chat successfully. Half side sleeper, partially on my back, partially on my side. Yeah, so I was the other way. I was like partial stomach, partial side. So it's been definitely a little bit of an adjustment sleeping like that for years and years. Never really used to think about how I would sleep, but now trying to sleep more on my back. I found the first First week or two wasn't the best, but I found, obviously, if you're tired enough, you'll fall asleep, however. Pushing the hernia in and out of the muscle tissue. Canyon Run looks cool for a new part 3. Who was that, Murph? Who did that? All right, I'm gonna have to. I'll download it, but I'll have to reconnect the square as well. So we'll be out of commission here for about a minute if you guys want to see beta. But for anyone watching, I think Kamish. I was listening to Kamish. I don't know if he got it straightened out, but I think he was, which he knew about. But I think he's still confusing the beta server in terms of courses. I heard him say. I think when he was playing with you, Murph, I heard him saying that he needs to like redo the code. You don't need to do anything from switching to beta and stable. This is literally all you have to do right here. So you go, we'll just go to the main menu. But to switch back and forth, this is all you do. You go settings, system, defaults to game, and then down here at the bottom, wherever one you want to do. If you're on beta and you want to go to stable, you click download latest stable. It'll look slightly different over on the beta. Or in my case, all you're going to do is press download public beta. And then this always comes up. It's basically saying you just need to restart GSPro and it'll do it for you. So we'll press exit. You guys are going to see a black screen for a second here, but. And now all you do is just launch GSPro again. Hopefully my score is still connected. It's just not connected to GSPro. So we'll see if I can just connect it. But I do have to double check. One thing I didn't love, I don't know if they fixed it. You guys have been using it a lot more than me. So the only time I've used beta was that literally the day it came out. Thanks to Crushing It for letting us know. I did that live stream to test it. And then I think the day or two after, I played 18 on it, and that was literally it. And then I didn't turn this thing on for like 2.5 weeks. So I know they've done a bunch of updates since then. My first initial impressions were when it was the very first version of it. Crushing is doing for his league next week. Any square dropouts on beta? Got a couple, not sure if it's related. I didn't. Again, that limited time when I used it, I didn't get anything. But I'm also still using the. All right, does everyone see everything again? I'm still using the unofficial connector as well. One thing, we'll see if my resolution gets messed up. Where was that? Graphics. Okay, that matches. One time I loaded it up and it was all wonky. So like because I stream and I run everything on 1080p, I think my laptop could probably handle 4K on some courses, but I run everything on 1080p and the projector is a native 1080p. However, it accepts resolutions up to 4K. So sometimes if I'm not careful, this display over here on the projector gets bumped up for literally no reason. And it's just using more resources. It does look better though, I will say. I haven't played it since, but it does look better. I'm still not a huge fan of the metrics look better. I'm not a huge fan of the aim indicator. To me, that still looks too boxy and simplistic. And I'm also not a fan of the wind. And finally, I think in terms of the way stuff looks, well, I guess the scorecard, still not great. And it's tough to see now. Like when I'm watching other people's streams, it's tough to see what hole you're on because it's so small in the top right. They need to make that bigger. But the physics do seem better. I'll say that. Beta caused the injury? Could have. Talk about surgery? No, I didn't even go to the Dr. Foof, to be honest. I'm not a huge doctor guy. I talked to Dr. Danko, to be honest. But I mean, you look up stuff. It could be a lot of things, but Danko said his money is on sports hernia, and you look up symptoms, and that's 100% what I've been feeling. So we'll give it. I do feel better again today because I think the stretching, but I'm going to give it until week like 4 or 6. And if it's still like really messed up, then I'll probably have to go in. But like for reference, when was that? Like 2 years ago? Some people remember when I like really, really jacked up. Well, actually, my ankle was before. I jacked up my knee, but I definitely severely sprained and also broke my right ankle playing basketball, and also didn't go in for that. So I'm not saying to do that, but perk 30s, no thanks. Not a huge fan of that stuff. I think I've taken something like that maybe one time, at the most a handful of times in my life. Last one I remember was I think my wisdom teeth, and I didn't even. I only took them I think for the first day or two, and then I threw the rest out. That stuff is no joke, from what I hear. I have been taking ibuprofen though, which helps. Still kind of, it almost makes me dizzy. I don't know if you guys notice that. You don't care. Maybe you prefer it. But like when the ball hits on shots like that, because the camera moves so much, it almost makes me dizzy watching it. Meloxicam, super ibuprofen. I was feeling decent today. I forgot to take it this morning. I took either one or two ibuprofen before I started. But even that, I don't like getting dependent on anything like that to where if I have to like continuously take it just to feel okay, I'd rather put up with a little bit of extra pain and discomfort and try to get to the bottom of some stuff than keep trying to put band-aids on stuff long term. I know short term is only no real way around it, but Dealhead asking about Brad Dalkey's hands. Is he a big dude? I know he definitely works out. He's definitely muscular. Is he pretty tall or what? I think all those aren't the good guys are all pretty tall. Like Grant Horvat's like as tall as like Phil Mickelson or taller. Phil's like 6'3", 6'4". Never noticed that on mine. You saying the camera? See how it goes once the ball hits, it like goes down. Maybe that's a setting, but if you didn't notice it, that means you probably have never tinkered with it. And I don't think I messed with mine. All right, those are 60s. Try some 56s. Maybe what we'll do too, what we could do is, Crush It, did you test out what you said before? Do I need to do anything or no? What we could do is a quick 18 on one of those putting courses, because Monday was the first time I putted out here in about 2.5 weeks. So I'd rather not lose to Ryan ASU Golf if I don't have to. First round, I guess second round, but maybe we'll do a quick 18 on the putter course and then my league, and then possibly even another 18 if I play quick. That's why I swing so smooth. This height amplifies the whip effect. I know you're 100% right, Fabio. I always say I'm super jealous of those guys that have super long, lanky arms. They can just generate so much speed. But that's generally true. That's definitely the rule, not the exception. The exceptions are guys like Rory, who are still on the shorter side, that can still generate speed, but you don't see that many people like him. Chaz has a buttery smooth swing, and he's short. Deadly accurate, too. Chaz is good. Problem is, though, now I think Run Pud Run Judd was saying the same thing. He was getting annoyed with him. Anytime anyone ever says Chaz, the first thing I think of is just, let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Is Sequoia live? Try the no gimmies like a man. I mean, I hear you. In terms of a warm-up round, though, probably not. I may even do like 5 feet just to keep it moving. I just want to get a feel for some putts. Do you have your screen stretched to fit the screen? What do you mean? GSPro? Yeah? Or are you saying GSPro or my projector? GSPro, yes. My projector, no. I run everything at native 1080p, and then my projector settings at 4:3. Just because I could utilize some of the blank space, but I don't want to have a weird aspect ratio for OBS. But I know you can do the custom 1:1, that kind of stuff. I saw that winner between me and Ryan plays Rich. Yeah, I would rather have Duke as my height, man. The Duke is hilarious. I would 100%. You just look over to him, give him a little signal, and he does the Dookie shuffle. Yeah, I'm taking Duke all day. Whooped your butt yesterday? Joe just put out the putting grounds too, literally now. The putting grounds? Is that new? Or is that an existing course that he edited? GSPro, I told Joe and I told Seadrum. But for anyone else listening that maybe is a designer and knows a designer, I think those putting type of courses are massively lacking on GSPro. Because you pretty much before this, you either had Luma's putting center pretty much, or like one of those putt courses, which the putt courses are fun, like Putt Warehouse or whatnot, but you're not exactly 100% working on your putts. These with a full 18 with all different kinds of putts are the way to go. Projector, yeah. So everything, OBS, my laptop, everything is the way I start up GSPro. Everything is 1080p, and then the only thing that's changed is just the aspect ratio of the projector, resizing it to 4:3. But that's why you see it's fine if you can configure your OBS and you're happy with it and all that stuff. But that's why sometimes you see some of the streams that I do where I'm not playing, but I grab someone else's screen. Sometimes they have like a 1:1 or a 4:3 or something, and I have blank space when I'm grabbing their screen. All right, let's try. You say Sequoia's up. Let's try it. I'll have to talk to Ryan. I don't know if he'd want to this round, but I'm down because I haven't really putted on any of those. I'd be down to just do a random pin tomorrow, but it'll be up to him. That's not necessarily fair, changing the rules in terms of this round last minute, but I do think, hopefully you guys voted if you're in this tournament. Where is installed all? Let's go. Sequoia National Putting Course. Honestly, I'll probably do one of these. I may even do it next week. I'll probably do this. So I want to call dibs. I mean, I guess you guys can do it too, but I'll probably do this for my league next week. We'll do 18 holes at probably Sequoia for my league. I think it'll be fun. So people that weren't necessarily able to take advantage of this. I will say, I guess this will be, I guess multiple people can do it. I already have one, so I can't, but I would say if you don't have a league, it'll be maybe first come, first serve if someone wants to go set it up. I would say if you don't have a league, now we have a few of these courses. If you set up a putter-only SGT league, kind of like Crushing It has the executive course league, if you set up a putter-only league, I bet you'll get a lot of interest. I like the fact that these are all on the same screen. I don't love the way that looks. I like this, though, for sure. Gimme. We'll do 5-foot gimme, just so we're not here all day. We'll go normal, 11, no wind. Player and realistic. Mine's the same, so it doesn't matter, but we'll go force realistic just in case. Putting forgiveness, that should be normal, right? I feel like I've never changed that, so that should be. Putting assist, I've seen this. I don't know what break line indicator does, to be honest. Break line indicator, I think people are confusing. Putting assist you want on. That's usually on for like leagues. That helps massage the any wonkiness with your launch monitor. You want that on. I don't even know what break line indicator is. Maybe one of you can let me know. But I think people are confusing break line indicator with what I'm about to turn on. I won't get it on the tee, but the putting auto aim is where it gives you the straight line. I'm not sure that you want break line indicator off, but as long as both people, I guess, are playing the same thing, it doesn't matter. Get the course record. People are going to be like, Big Dog's going to go absolutely ape crazy on some of these putting only courses doing those course records. You get 12 feet top and bottom. Black space, but feels better. What is that? You saying your projector or what? Break line is showing you the right line itself? No. Showing you the right line itself. No. So that's what I was just saying, Crushing It. I think you guys are confusing that. That is the putting auto aim, which I just turned on. That's what that is. I don't think that's what break line indicator is. Like, I'll show you one. I'll tap it here on the tee. It won't show up on the tee, but I'll show you on the second one. Canyon Run is gorgeous. So this is with by the way, this is with break line indicator on. So I don't see anything different here. This is with line indicator on, and this is also with putting auto aim. So you don't get it on the tee, but if I just tap this, now I'll get it. This is not putting break line. That's auto aim. That's what I think people are confusing. That's putting auto aim, which I wish they could do for these putting courses. Maybe GSPro can, if they happen to be watching. if people are going to do more and more putting courses, which I think they will because they're fun, you should be able to figure it out to where people can do the people can have the auto aim even if it says T. If it's a putting only course, you should have it on all the time. When you hold mouse on the green and move the aim point around, there's a break line on the surface of the green underneath it. Inches, not feet. If I move the mouse around, let's try it, Nate Race. I've never heard that before, so if I hold this down and move it, you're saying? Oh, it's that little white. You say it's that little white line that it's showing you it's going that way? I see. Okay, that's what it is then. I never even knew what it was, to be honest. That's got to be it, right? You guys see that little white line? It's like aiming this way. If you go that way, it's going like straight to the right. Up here, it's pretty straight. Appreciate it. I would have never figured that out, Nate, if you didn't say that. I appreciate that. I literally would have never known what that was or how to even see it. I don't think I've ever looked at the bottom of that before. 43. Not terrible. Dapped him up, no handshake. I was wondering. I was trying to think. Crushing. I was looking. I was like, all right, did I miss a chat from Dylan? I had to think back. You were talking about Brad Dalkey from like 10 minutes ago. How tall is he? Never noticed that before. So that's what break line indicator is. But my point still stands. I think people were still confusing the auto aim with that. But yeah, either way. So both of those need to be off. I guess maybe it would have caught my eye because look, if I do it right there, you can see that little white line. Maybe that would have caught my eye, which hasn't been there before. But that's still, I mean, it's just telling you which way it's going. That's like basically like obviously you can see it's going left to right. So I don't know how helpful that is, anyways. But you can probably game it somehow. Simmer. What's up, Stice Man? How's that tiny line helpful? Yeah, I agree. I never even knew what it was, to be honest, Dylan. That wouldn't do a whole lot to me. So whether if by all means, if Ryan ASU Golf, if you want that on, by all means, put it on. That's not going to do anything for me. I mean, I guess you could probably look here. So like here is going straight that way, but still it goes that way all the way up here. So it doesn't really help where you need to aim. Obviously, you can see it's going that way. So I don't know. There's probably a way you can figure out and do the math on it exactly, but so this is what, 19 up 16? This is a tough putt. Reschedule your match tonight so you can watch him throw down. What time's everyone going? I'm playing tomorrow at 1. Come back. Look at this putt. I'm glad I have the auto aim on. I still may miss this down the front of the green. Whew. You would think that would have been a little more center cut. I think that was decent speed, and it was a 0-0 HOA, and that still lipped in. I think most of you guys voted.
Thanks for the sub.
Thanks for the sub. I finally got around to changing that. I think most of you voted. It wasn't even someone else. It was someone else's idea, and I just brought it to everyone else. So I don't know if that person wants to be named or not, but it was a good idea. They sent a message about the random pins. I think that'll make it a little more fun. You can still practice, and like for me, whether we had the pin selected anyways, I wasn't going to come out here and practice. So I get if you were planning on doing that, more power to you for taking it serious and putting time into it. However, I think generally speaking for the overall tournament, and if we do it again, I think the random pins allows for more variance. So people can go up, people can come back, people can move around on the leaderboard a little bit more, and it'll be a little more exciting for everyone to watch. Makes the super serious guy have to do 4 times the work. I don't want to I respect the hustle for someone that wants to play well and take it serious and put the time in to do it. However, I think anyone can do it. So it's one of those things. It's not like it's cheating. Anyone can spend the time to do it. But if you go into it knowing, okay, you're on hole 15, you say, now I just got to putt defensive, and I know exactly where to miss all these. If you know exactly like which bush to aim at, I mean, you kind of have the answers to the test before you take it, compared to kind of both of you being able to, because it's definitely a skill. Like Stice Point is a thing for a reason. It's definitely a skill reading these putts, which is honestly half of it. You need to read it and you need to get the speed and the HLA right, but I think it just spices it up. Make him pay for it. I'll tell you what, I think my money may be on Murph to win this thing. I'm not betting against him, I'll say that. Down 15. Wow. So that was a halfway decent putt. 0-0. I think it was halfway decent speed. And that was just nowhere near close to enough break. I came back to aim. Yeah, it doesn't change that. You can still have to hit putts no matter what. And you can still practice. It doesn't diminish you practicing. It's too hard if it doesn't. All right. Maybe we'll do 9. I'm kind of ready to hit some wedges again. Maybe we'll do 9 here. Go play C-Drum's Wacky Wonka, Willy Wacky Wonka, par 3s. And then maybe do 9 on the one I'm doing tomorrow. I do really like the aim. I did remember that last time I played on Monday was stable. When you're aiming putts, it's way, way, way smoother on beta than it is stable. I would definitely agree in terms of like usability stuff between the physics, the way that works, the feet for the putting, all that kind of stuff, the way you don't get as many crazy bounces. I'm definitely with you for beta. Still not a massive fan of how it looks, but usability, I'm with you. Whoever shot minus 21 is way ahead of the pack. Who's been the best score so far? I think I was just about to say, whoever like happens to get faced off against that guy, was this down at 8? Whoever happens to get faced off that guy kind of just runs into a buzzsaw. But that's, I think, kind of how probably Kamish felt the other night, Murph. I think no matter what Kamish did, he just ran into a buzzsaw. Not even close. Minus 23. I mean, if these putting courses catch on, which I have a high feeling they will, if someone like Big Dog and I won't say what they call themselves, their group, something heads, you can probably guess. It rhymes with pack. But if they start doing it, those guys will play it until they get a hole-in-one on every hole. And that's how they'll get the course record. That's how insane those guys are. Which would be what? 30, 36 under? Oh! Feel faster than 11. All right, let's do Wonka. That was 9. Let's hit some wedges. That little menu option up there is kind of small too for my liking. That stuff's nitpicky, but if they know about it and people agree on it, then why not have them change it if possible? All right, here we go. Hosel Rocket Golf League. Snozberries taste like snozberries. Wonka's Wacky 3's. Let's see, what are we working with the leaderboard? 4 under's leading it. Turbo Talon. Shelby's in second place at 3 under. He beat TX? How did TX only shoot 2 under? Is TX hurt or something? GeoCal's out there right now. He's on 3. Squirrel Fatten is on number, he's through 4. Par 5 is through 2. We got a couple of people playing. Liam Wild's playing right now. All right, 4 under. Good week from Shelby. I mean, me and C-Drum played. I didn't think it was that hard, was it? I feel like someone could shoot like 15. Maybe not. I didn't do anything crazy, right? Normal, 11. Am I going to have to mute this? Sorry, C-Drum. It's cool. He's playing some kind of sound effect, but... Now, this would help if I remembered what to do. Now those scores make a little more sense because you load this up and you say, okay, do I need to go under or do I need to go over? I think I tried going over the first time I played with C-Drum, and there's a collider up there. And I think we got to go low. So the start of the grass is 67. The entrance, I need to hit a punch shot about 40, I think. That's up 15, though. So I need like a 55 and let it roll. We just snuck it by that. $20 from the fairway. Oh. Well, that was going to be pretty good. 16 rolls out to 23. I wanted 15. I thought that was going to be perfect. The way that ball lands and reacts, though, seems a little more realistic. Maybe even a little bit too much muted in terms of, like, you get a little bit of bounce. All right, clean scorecard so far. I don't know if he changed much. Was this the one I got the hole-in-one on? We kind of played it quick when me and C-Drum did it. That was like 3 weeks ago. And I haven't even seen, I saw the little video he did, but I haven't played the whole back nine yet. 67 down 4. So we're looking at like 66. Probably want like a 60, 61. $64. Spin. $16. Get there. Let's go. Caw. $88. C-Drum's making me. I had to pull out a pitching wedge for that first one. I went into the Monday and then today saying I was only going to hit 2 clubs, but I'm going to pull my approach wedge and just swing easy. 88, so I probably want about 80, 81. I pulled it. It's a good number, though. I need one of those club racks. Are these just all straight putts? Let's go. $47 down to about 46. Need about 40. $45. Sit. I mean, it's not doing a ton. Pushed it. All right. Guys went quiet on me in the chat. Stream still working? This hole's super cool. Let's go. I'm digging that nice, smooth, easy wedge swing. Get a little more snap of the wrist, snap of the whip, whatever everyone's saying at the bottom. What the heck was this one now? Was there a sign here or something that said just, was this the one that said just tap it in? I think I need like 10. $15. Get down there. Don't stop there. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's pretty cool. Caw. What the heck is this? 154? Oh, C-drum. You make me hurt myself. God, what am I going to hit from 154? All right, we may give up a couple strokes here. I'm going to go... What are the chances that's concrete? Can I run something up there? Chip a hybrid? I think I'm going to hit a 5-iron, to be honest, Dylan. Oh, that's not it. Okay, it's fairway. Okay, it's green. We're on the green. It was a crazy roll. How far away are we? 58 feet? It actually wasn't a terrible distance. I toe hooked it. I hit that way off the toe, but it went 146. What do we do here? Do I putt it? 60-foot putt's not that bad. But we don't know about the break. I think we putt it. If I can get out of here with a par, I'm pretty happy. All right, 57 feet. I don't know if that's 57. It's not. It's 52. Hey, we'll take par there all day long. 146 yard 5-iron off the walls. Trying to remember what this one was. Acid trip today? That checkerboard or what? 60. This is the one that you go inside and then you can't see back out. How he figured out how to do that, I have no idea, but it's really cool. So there's a collider up there. I forget what you have to do. 42. I think I gotta probably punch. I'm gonna punch a little approach wedge, I think. Oh, that's too hard. That's way too hard. Hit off the wall. Well, I flighted it down. I hit a baby draw, but that is a 55-foot putt now. Appreciate the follow. LB, IB, IBX, 7X Golf. Hit that like button, folks, for me. Doesn't cost you anything. Where's the hole? Where's the hole? Where's the hole? Where's the hole? Oh! That felt like a good roll. 0.1? Is this doing anything? I don't think. 6.5 feet. We'll take it. 5 under through 8 thus far. This is a little more what I expected. This is the reason why I picked this course. 18 yards down to 16. I probably need like 11. Oh boy, that was 16. Yikes. Not great. Someone's going to destroy this course and go super low. Just hoping that these are flat. 20-foot putt. Oh, that's not even close to hard enough. What the heck is this one? 3 feet, 9 inches. Is this right? Down? 3 feet, 2 inches? Is this a 7-inch putt? What is this? Oh, did I not? All right, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to cheat. I think I have the original one downloaded, and I don't think I ever got the public one. So when me and C-Drum played, he didn't have any holes on the back 9. So I think that's why. If I was a sandbagger, I could just, or I guess a cheater, whatever you want to call it, I would just go through and play all these holes and just tap it in for a hole in one every single hole. There's a little loophole if anyone has the original file. All right, we're going to close this out. We're going to delete the course. And it should bring us back, and there should be a hole. That's not 3 feet when we get there. Yeah, so here's the, that's the file he sent me. And now this is the one from the server. Can't seem to hit driver well on the sim. It's tough, man. I think overall, the biggest thing is definitely alignment. Because you're inside. Indoor swing syndrome is definitely a thing where you're swinging, trying to swing hard and try to control it without seeing the ball actually fly. If you're worried about hitting a ceiling or something, indoor swing syndrome is part of it. It is louder. I think the biggest thing is where you're aligned and where you're aimed. Because out on course, you pick out a target that's like 250 out there. Here, you're only looking, I'm looking at like 6 feet in front of me on a screen. And then you have the aiming aspect. It's tough. And I think, I just think in general, I don't think it's inaccurate. I think just the launch monitors seem to be a little more sensitive at higher speeds with like drivers and whatnot. I think maybe the side spin is a little bit seemingly more on the sim than outside, at least from what I've seen. Whether you hit it different, I don't know. But why does it tell me to download it? I just downloaded it. All right, well, we'll delete this one too then. And we'll get it from this page, I guess. Oh boy. I broke it. Why can't I get it? Clear cache, maybe? I have a feeling it's looking for that original one. I may need to shut GSPro again. Clear cache. Clear course cache. Reload courses. There we go. %, indoor swing syndrome. Usually hit it high and snap hook. Are you saying, Jordan, you saying outdoors, you usually hit it high, like a high draw, and you're saying indoors you're a snap hook, or what? Where is it? Is it like completely different shot shape indoor to outdoors, or is it just more exaggerated, like I was saying, inside? I'm glad I noticed that. At first, when I loaded that, I thought Seadrum was just being funny with that hole, but we definitely played. So yeah, now, wait, we were on 10. Did he change 9? Whoa! What's going on here? I think I'm gonna have to edit my own score. It has me on 9, but it says I'm on my 4th stroke. I was on 10 before. I was 5 under through 10. Or I was 5 under through 9 on 10. Now I get a 25-foot putt for bogey. Snap hook on the draw, outdoors a beautiful, or snap hook on the sim, outdoors a beautiful draw. Very exaggerated inside. Usually can shot shape well outdoors. Indoors not so much. What are you using? What are you using for your launch monitor and ball? Are you using? I wouldn't be surprised if you say a TP5. Are you using a TP5? Using a Pix ball by chance or no? I'll have to go back and look. I don't even know. I think I must have got a par there, but I think I'm going to have to edit this. It's probably too hard. All right. Yeah, so that's bogey. And now this looks a little different than the, the 3-foot hole, doesn't it? 126 down 45. That's 80 yards. Maybe like a 75. It's a TrackMan Vice Pro. Only been playing for just over 2 years. Okay. Is it your TrackMan, or are you saying like an indoor space? Because obviously, I don't know. Don't get me started on TrackMan. TrackMan's awesome. TrackMan is the best that you can possibly get outdoors. Indoors, it's honestly not that great, as crazy as that sounds. And if you're using a Vice, unless that's what you're using outside, if you're using a Vice Pro in the TrackMan, then it's not picking up your backspin and sometimes even maybe possibly side spin as good as it could be. Because TrackMan behind you, unless it's overhead, maybe if it's one of those IOs, but if it's a TrackMan behind you, that's radar based. But 2 years, you got good news and bad news is you got a lot more of like hitting draws, then all of a sudden you're hitting hooks, and then it's overhead. Okay, so it's camera based. Okay, yeah. Then I don't have much to say there. That unit's probably really good. It's expensive, so you would think it's really good overhead. So it's probably picking up as basically as good as it can. That makes it seem like it's more, like Stice was saying, either indoor swing syndrome or just the fact that you've been playing for 2 years. Looking for like 75-ish, I think. 66, that's way short. Where the heck are we going? Oh, we're okay. Are we okay? Kind of. Not really. So I may start blowing up some of these holes because I haven't seen these. I don't really remember that front nine. I only played it once. I don't know if C-Drum changed anything, but these I haven't seen. So I didn't even know where the heck we were going on that. Now we got another 50-footer down 3 to 47. Wild is going, I feel like I'm hitting it pretty hard. Maybe not. I feel like it's going kind of slow. Pitch wedge is good spin. Gridiron golf. Nice setup. Outdoor pretty consistent. Indoors can't get it right. Tee height's too tall. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, a lot of us here, like obviously me, this is in my garage, but a lot of us have our own sims. So there's definitely an adjustment period when you get it. If you're only going to that place like once a week or whatever, it's going to be tough to adjust. And I always say like during like actual golf season when it's tolerable outside, from playing inside to going outside, or if I played a lot outside, going back inside, it takes you a little while to adjust. I pulled that. All right. That was way off the toe. Ooh, okay. I'll have to look at some other people's cards. I was wondering how those scores got that high. UST 4 under. Now we're in the experimental phase where I figure out where the heck I'm supposed to do, like everyone else probably had to do. So it looks like it's going to shoot off this wood. It's telling me I want to go in here, which is 33 to the front of it. But it's 47 down 31. So is C-Drum trolling, or is he telling me I need to hit it 16 yards? That's the question. I don't know what that necessarily is when the chat goes out and then comes back. I don't know if that's like my internet going down and then coming back, if like the stream stops or not, or what that is necessarily. All right. 16. $23, and what's going on here? How'd that go that far left? It felt like I hit it left, but it was a 0-0 HLA, and I had right side spin. How did we miss that far left? Was I not aimed right? I mean, how far is this? Fairway? Do I putt it? Now the scores are making a little more sense. I have no idea what to do here. That's 11 feet. Can I putt over this? I don't know. I'm going to putt it and hit it like 20 feet. See what happens. One guy said indoor swing syndrome, also clicking the aim point to match my draw. Apparently I always want to hit the center of the screen. Yeah, that's definitely part of it. Subconsciously, like I feel that on the range too. Subconsciously, I'm offset pretty far to the right. But subconsciously, your brain, just the way it works, your brain wants to hit like dead center. So realistically, I have a problem sometimes with helping the ball up in the air because my screen kind of comes up and then like kind of some of the lines I'm looking at are right in here versus realistically, I should be flighting stuff down here. But your brain kind of plays tricks on you with that. So there's probably a handful of things like that with driver as well. where the heck are we going? All right, if I make this for par, I'll be pretty happy. Crisis averted, at least for that hole. 57. Wonder if Big Dog has played this yet. He's going to love this course. What's up, user 855-106-3695-4244. Usually has been going for a cold weather fix. Snow and ice recently. Actual gospel no-go. Where are you at, Jordan? I'm in New England. So we currently, today was on the warmer side. Right now, take a guess what we're at temperature-wise, where I'm at in the garage. But today, the past couple of days have been on the warmer side, but there's still like 2 to 3 feet of snow. Oh, you're in Georgia? That's not bad. There's like 2 to 3 feet of snow on the ground. Take a guess what the temperature is in the garage right now. I have a thermometer over here. Need about 50. No, I hit a 50.8. Come on. Oh, no. Oh, okay. That's cool. This is a cool hole. Seadrum's so creative with these fantasy courses. Look at the snow coming down and melting. You're gonna play on Saturday? 10-footer. All right, 70 yards, down about 4 to 64. So I probably want to hit this about 58, 59-ish. Oh, that's too much. 60. Spin. Spin. Oh. $15.27 in the garage. Honestly, it's not a bad guess. That's how it has been about that lately. Today's on the warmer side, and we're at 31.6. So we're 0.4 degrees below freezing currently. And today feels nice. Today feels like it's been warmer. Caw. All right, down to about 85. I got to hit it like 80. Yeah, you were pretty close. It was a good guess. Go. That's about as hard as I can swing with this club right now. Oh, no. Fairway. Probably should have just hit an approach wedge there. I tried to generate a little bit more. I don't know if there's a collider there. I could putt it. Should probably putt it. $40 there for you, Toast? That's pretty nice. It was like in the sun earlier, maybe like an hour or two ago, it was like 38 in the sun. At least that's what the car was saying. Consistently break 100, which I hear isn't bad for a little over 2 years in. That's great. The average golfer, like I always get the stats mixed up, but it's something along the lines of like the average golfer, like 75% of golfers don't break 100 if they're actually keeping score. Like the average weekend warrior does not break 100. And then the numbers keep getting lower and lower as you go, like breaking 95, breaking 90, 85, 80, etc. Get there, get there, get there, get there. No. Hundo. I'm going to go pitch and wedge. Swing easy. Quit taking mulligans a year ago. I mean, it is what it is, right? Like when you first start playing, you're paying to be out there. You want to play well. So if you shank one in the woods, you want to hit another one, that kind of stuff. The only way I did that some of that stuff too. Obviously, everyone does when you're getting started. Sometimes you just need that little bit of boost. But I'm at the point now, I only ever move the ball. I either just don't input the score, or most, I would say 95% of the rounds I input. And the only time I'll ever move the ball is if I'm going to mess up either my clubs or like my hands and my wrist by like a stump or a rock or a cart path. And sometimes I'll even take a stroke if it's like I really need to move it. Obviously, you take a stroke, but that's usually the only time I'll ever move anything or like drop a ball kind of stuff. Get there. Get there. No! Almost had a second hole in one on this course. Don't take extra strokes off the tee box anymore. I mean, you can too, right? Like, there's nothing. I encourage people to do it. Get your practice in, all that stuff. But that's why handicaps, they can get a little bit tricky. Where like some people are more generous in terms of gimmies and stuff like that too. If you got like a 10-foot putt and someone says it's good, some of that stuff, some of the scores start getting a little bit skewed. But none of us, or almost none of us, are playing for money anyways, so. I play with people, I tell them they can do whatever their heart desires. They do whatever they want, it doesn't affect me. 42. They probably need like a 37. Minus 35 last week, now above freezing. PGA Tour goes to lift, clean, in place in the fairways. We change as well. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a good point, Deal. I mean, probably not for like the most part. No, if it's just like soggy and wet out there, I'll play it. But like if my ball's embedded in the fairway or like 3/4 of the ball is covered in mud, then yeah, I'll probably pick that up and clean it off. But those are pretty few and far between. You know what I mean? Like those are the exceptions, not the rule. I would say as far as the rule and like for what I do, 95% of the time I just play it kind of as it is. Ball's gonna hit the cup. Appreciate the follow. Oh, I don't know if okay, I did. I was say I don't know if I hit it enough. Get in the circle. Get in the circle. Let's go. Now we need basically the same shot again. This is a fun course. Look at the guy. Is that Drake up there or something? Someone's up there by the cupcake dancing in a tracksuit. Your buddy isn't generous. This morning, Maui was in the 60s and you were freezing. I feel bad for you, Bishikawa. I feel bad for you. Did you ever get the Discord stuff straightened out? Have you done anything with that? I'm trying my best to keep everyone straight, but I think you said you were in the process of building your sim, maybe. You were in like the planning stage. You had some stuff. Jealous of Hawaii weather though. You said other words, but it got filtered. I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't have any kind of filters on, but yeah, whether on certain platforms, really all of them, there's like certain words you just can't send and it filters it out, which is stupid. Bushnell arrives Friday. Just need to get a webcam. Let's go. What do you have for a computer? You have a desktop computer with a good graphics card, hopefully. Oh, you call him Richard? Yeah, we have I don't think he's been in here yet. We have a guy. His screen name on here is Whiskey Rich. All right, same shot. Not the same shot. Spin hard, spin really hard. Come off that. Yes. Well, hopefully this is straight. 11-foot putt. Unfortunately, not much Siege Jump can do with all these cool holes with all the walls and stuff. The camera just gets blocked. But gaming laptop, Ryzen 9 and a 3060 might be borderline. Should be able to run GSPro. I've seen people with less. Yeah, you should be fine. I mean, they give you the general rules of thumb of like for good experiences. For reference, I have also a laptop. You probably know the laptops are only like half as powerful, but I have a RTX 4070 in my laptop, and I run 1080p Ultra with very few issues, I would say. I also do all the streaming and stuff, which takes up resources, but I run 1080p on a 4070 laptop, and I could probably push it a little bit and possibly go 4K on some courses, but I don't have a 4K projector anyways, so you should be fine. You could try it. Just try it on the biggest setting first. Try it on 1080p Ultra. You definitely won't be able to do 4K, but try 1080p Ultra and then work your way down in terms of the graphics. You can go, I think it's Ultra, very high, high. I don't even know what the other ones are, but ready for an upgrade. Just do, I don't know your specific setup. I don't know if you've mentioned it. If you can, if it's going to be like a dedicated sim space and you're going to buy something else, definitely get a desktop. They're like half the price and they're like twice as powerful. So if you're going to spend the money and you don't need to move it every single time, get a, or you only need to move it sometimes, definitely get a desktop. Your projector's 4K, so you definitely want to upgrade. I can bring it to you on my way to work at 10. I think it went in. All right. I think we got a pretty decent lead right now. We're on 18. I'm 10 under. The only other people that are on there, again, good week from Shelby, 3 under. UST 12 is 4 under. So I am currently 5 clear of the next person up. But this score will likely not stand. Someone can probably go. I don't think, if I can get a birdie here, especially, I think 10's a pretty good score, but I think someone may be able to go 15. It's not that hard. Oh, your sim's outdoors because Hawaii doesn't have high ceilings. I got you. That's how I started too. Maybe, I think that's kind of ringing a bell. I don't know if I told you that, but I was like for 2 years outside in the backyard with the Garmin R10. So I had to bring everything in and out every time. That's why I went with a laptop. They're fine. It's just, it's going to be more expensive and you don't get as much out of it. But all right, we need about 41, 42. Not 46. Spin. All right. This just straight again going downhill. 19 feet. Come on, this would be a good birdie. Oh, I pushed it a degree. God. Well, 9 under is the score. Actually, no. So I'm gonna be 10 under because I have to edit. I gotta write that down. I don't know if I'll change it, but realistically, I should have been 10. I think I parred 9 before I redid it and got the other course. Realistically, I was 10 under. That was for 11. But I don't know if I'll remember to change it or not, or if I even will. Where's my mouse? Stats. 4 pars, 5 birdies, 1 bogey, which that really didn't happen. But 12 putts, 7 out of 10, greens regulation, 26 minutes. Played that pretty quick. Maybe a little ladder action. Get the body moving again. All right. Ladder drill. If you guys have GSPro or are going to get GSPro, highly recommend doing this. Whenever you got a little bit of downtime, spare time, this is awesome for your short game and your wedges. I have it set up so, I don't know if you guys saw that over on the left, but the way that I set it up is I only need one inside the circle to move on. I get 3 attempts at it. I go from usually right around 25 up to 100 by 5-yard increments, and I have the gimme circle set to 10%. So for this one, it's only 2.5 yards. But then as we get up to 100, it'll be 10 yards. So these first ones are always the toughest, but really, really good for practice. And I try to fly these. This is 25 total. I try to fly them about 5 short or so. So I'm looking for 19, 20 yards. And that's 25. Not a bad shot, all things considered, but not what we need. Maybe if it spins, spin, spin. Now we need 25. 30. Nope. Missed it. Right on the edge, and we missed it. Maybe going back to level 1 here. There, we got it. Too much. Oh, off the pin. Go, go, go. No. Oh, it's short. Going back a level. Desktop for sure. If you can, you go to 4070. You have a 4070 desktop toast? That's pretty good. What's up, Golf Nut? How we doing? I'm doing all right. Doing better. Still not anywhere near 100%, but I'm doing better. You're still in. Oh, that's too much again. You're still in, right? For the putting tournament, you won. You moved on. I got to get through Ryan ASU Golf first. Hopefully I can do that tomorrow. If I win, then the winner of that, winner between me and Ryan, plays Rich. Are we ever at 100%? No, I mean, it's a good point. Kind of reminds me of they were asking Vrabel about Drake May, and Vrabel was basically saying, I don't have a single player that's 100%. So I get it, but I'm still probably, I guess, more of what I'm talking about is I'm probably still at least a week away from hitting more irons. I'm probably two weeks away before even thinking about driver. am probably 3 to 4 weeks away before like saying, okay, I'm going to step on a drive here. At least I think. Waiting for J Glove and Crush. They play Friday. Oh, that was really toey. May work though. Well, that's not 40. That's 51. Right at springtime would be good to go. I hope so. That's what I was saying. The first time I swung a club after like 2.5 weeks was Monday. And I was saying, all things considered, how actual freezing cold it's been. It wasn't the worst timing in the world. No, I never want an injury, but to have an injury wasn't the worst timing in the world because it's literally just been like 10 or 15 degrees out here. Today we're up to 31.6. So it's a little bit better. Moving better? Yeah, I think that was the stretching. I'm going to try today toast on, when was it? Sunday? I think it was Sunday, the day before I played on Monday. I did upper body for the first time. So I went really light with shoulders, bis, and tris. I think after this, I'm going to try go really light with chest and back. It'll probably be another at least 2 or 3 weeks before I do legs. But we'll try chest and back, and then I'm going to start doing, at least for the next probably month or two, go every other day between lifting, and then maybe even 2 days in between lift, and then at least 1 or 2 days of that flexibility, and go from there. You're going to play screen golf today too? I've never heard anyone call it screen golf, but it's a good way to put it. You're going to play simulator golf? That's awesome. You guys have, assuming based on your username, you probably play Golf Zon, is what it's called over there. You're going to ladder with me? Ladder away. $45. $37. That was slappy. I didn't get through it. Anyone out there besides, I think Crushing It pre-ordered it. Anyone else out there going to get the Omni? We're thinking about it. Go. Also, YouTube are 12,000 subscribers. Nice. What time is it over there? Hey, what's up, 429 Turbo? How's it going? Appreciate you with the super chat the other day. I don't hate that swing. The way it feels, I mean, it probably looks nothing like Big Dog, but the way it feels, kind of he's a little bit more with that whip at the bottom, and is a little more kind of finishes his swing a little bit more than I used to with my wedges. The way it feels is kind of how Big Dog's wedge swing looks when he's warming up. How's the health? I feel better. Feel better today. 6 a.m. there. Geez, you're up early. It is 4 p.m. 4 p.m. here. Feel better today, Turbo. I was hurting Monday. I was hurting yesterday, but then yesterday I used the inversion table, did some stretching on the ground, and then I think it was around 5:30 or so at night, 5:30, 6 o'clock. I did basically a 25-minute long like stretching, athletic flexibility type of workout class for the first time in a while, and I feel a lot better because of that. So I'm hopeful we're trending. I don't know. Appreciate you asking, though. And I can't even, so like something like that, it's only, I don't think we got it. It's only 70 yards. I need to hit it 65, but even that one I could feel a little bit. Just trying to give it a little bit extra. I just don't have that extra. So we are going to club up to a 56. Used to laugh at yoga, not anymore. I never laughed. I know what you're saying. I never laughed at it because I knew it's always like, it's pretty tough. And there's different types of yoga. Personally, I like more of on the spectrum of all the different kinds of yoga, between hot yoga, the spiritual type of stuff, all that, different types of fast movements, slow movements. I'm definitely a way bigger fan of the, it's called like Vin versus Yin, like Vinyasa versus something else. Basically, whatever the one is that you hold it for like 30 seconds, a minute, even 2 minutes, and more of like athletic flexibility versus like yoga, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's you feel awesome after you do it. It's really beneficial. A lot of us could benefit if we did more of it. That's still short. And I clubbed up. Better. A lot of NFL players have been doing it. It's super important. I mean, before getting injured, I pretty much I've gone through periods over the course of like year-long, like multiple year-long stretches where I'm lifting 5, 6, 7 days a week. I don't go super crazy because of that, but I definitely err on the side way more of inflammation, tearing down muscle, being sore and fatigued, versus you need that recovery and the stretching. Otherwise, that's probably contributed to some of it too. You just get so kind of tight and with inflammation and all that kind of stuff. You got to work it the other way sometimes. I'll probably hit this one at 75 with the 56, and then I'll probably club up. Short, get a bounce, get a bounce, get a bounce, get a bounce. That's about all I got right now. That was a pretty full, for how I can swing, that was a pretty full approach wedge, which is 51 degrees. And that's usually like my 3/4 choke down, even a little bit further. Usually that club goes 100, 105, that type of swing. So I'm about, if I were to, in theory, be able to swing like that across the bag, I'm probably about 2 clubs down across the bag. Oh, and as soon as I say that, that felt like a similar swing, and that only went 83. Ow. Oh, I just whacked myself in the shin with that wedge. Better. What's up, Golf Nut? You over on the other chat now? That said hi, that's that little like wave button, isn't it? You're looking at something else supposed to hit your thumb. Hit it nice and straight today. Yeah, we're getting towards the end of it here. I'll probably call it quits after we get back down. But we started off, I hit some on the range, and then we did 9 holes at a putting only course, and then we did 18 for my league, and I shot, I don't know if I'll remember to edit or not, 9, 10 under. We played 18 at Seadrum's new Willy Wonka Fantasy Par 3 course, and now we're just kind of whacking it around, doing this. It's funny though, right? When you don't have to swing that hard, you hit it a little bit straighter. So I'm swinging everything at about 50%. We'll switch back to the 56. Try to fly these all about 5 short. So this one I'm looking for about 70 in the air. $73 should work. That's short. I need like 65. My 50% looks like your 80%. I know, it's funny, right? Golf is so relative. That's even shorter. Yeah, I hit it a little harder than that for 65. There it is. There's 65. Just thinking the same thing. Maybe I should club up and swing easier. Random on your way to work thoughts. Must be different elevation. Well, if you guys can see, I know you're kidding, but I have my GSPro, I think it's set to 295 feet. I am getting a whopping, I hit it 65.2 raw, and I got a whopping 0.2 yards more. I got 65.4 in the game because of my call it 300 feet of elevation. That was one thing though. It's funny you guys said that. Coming back, like the past couple of days before Monday, when I was like wanting to play more, I came back saying I wanna figure out while I'm forced to swing slower to be able to swing more efficient. And what I've been doing, which may help you guys, a lot of us, me included, when I'm swinging full, we get excited to hit it and we try to swing hard from up here versus letting your hands drop and coming through. And lately, even if you don't change any of that, what I've been doing these past couple of days is just feeling like basically from maybe 2 feet behind, call it knee to knee, just getting a little more of that whip, a little bit more of the whip with the club. And you're able to swing a lot smoother and easier while still generating that little bit extra pop just by feeling like you're kind of cracking the whip at the bottom. Which is how you're supposed to swing. You're supposed to apply the speed at the right point, not like all of us jackwagons who we get up here and we try to hit it hard from up here versus like literally from like back here, just like kind of snapping the whip. 55. $54.6. Give it a try tonight. Haven't played in a few days. Hopefully I can start fresh with that. Hey, I mean, you've been playing well. Don't take notes from me. Don't take tips from me. You should be giving out the tips. Get your hands ahead so you can close the face as well. I mean, even whether the more forward press you have, the more the face actually opens, unless you're really hooding the face. But like if you have the face square and then you push your hands forward, I don't know if that camera's picking it up, but it actually opens the face. I have the opposite problem where my miss, having sliced the ball for the first 2, 3, 4, 5 years, working so hard to get rid of that uncontrollable slice and now hit a draw, my miss is left. So I actually at times get too quick and need the face more open. Sometimes I was looking through some of the video from Monday. If you can see on some of the shots how open my face is, just allows for a little more of that whip. Just because if I start lining up too square, I lose everything left. But it's just all about timing. Sometimes some people say there's different ways to go about changing your swing and improving different swing methods. Some people say you want to remove as much timing as possible, which I've tried in the past. But in terms of being efficient and not exerting as much energy, you need to maximize that, especially with something like driver and long irons. You want to maximize that amount of kind of whip factor, like a foot behind the ball to like a foot in front of the ball. Just that, hold that lag with your wrist and try to whip it through at the last second. Won't turn you into Bryson, but it'll definitely add a couple extra mile an hour without feeling like you have to do anything super crazy. Straight balls make a great case for that. Need about 50. 55. Sit. Oh! All right, that works. It's fun being back, though. I do say I miss just hitting balls, going back and forth with you guys. I have missed doing this. Even though we're just doing the ladder and hitting wedges, but keep thinking about getting the orange whip to help with that. Might help a bit. I mean, whatever works. I'm not a huge training aid type of guy. Just partly because of the sim. I can just work on stuff, but whatever works. Everyone their brain works differently of how to match up real and feel, how to feel different stuff, work on different stuff. So, but really, I mean, you can get into a lot of setup stuff, which messes me up thinking about too much stuff where you have like a checklist in your head before you even hit the ball. I try to have like one, if usually just one swing thought I'm thinking about right now. It's just that whip of the snap in the whip. That's literally the only thing I'm thinking of. But at the most, like 2 or 3 at any one time. But really, it comes down to getting a little more hinge of your wrists, either at setup or in your backswing, and then holding that hinge until you're about knee height, and then you release that hinge of your wrists. It'll be a little more possibly at the beginning erratic because you're requiring your body, you're relying on timing to not whip it too much or not whip it enough. But like anything else, you work on it. It's short. Oh, no, it's not. It's fine. It's a little chunky. $40. I'll probably call it here in a little bit. I'm starting to, either the ibuprofen's wearing off or I'm starting to feel like I'm tightening up a little bit. Swing felt better though. Played halfway decent. We shot 10 under for that short little par 3 course. Sit. Jeez, too much whip. I need 35, not 50. Hopefully not in the putting tournament. See you, Golf Nut. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate the support, being a member. I know it's long. I'm going to have to redo it. All right, back a level. I feel bad part of the, you guys are kind enough support being members. I feel bad taking that break that I did because of the injury, but that's why I was trying to do at least something between the putting streams and those videos inside. I feel like partly you guys are supporting because you want to see streams and stuff, so. These freaking pins. Oh, I sculled that one. Spin. Too much. Hit the pin. Too much. Need 20 yards, 20 yards, 20 yards, 20 yards. Not 28 again. 20 yards. Jeez. All right. Doing it again. Going back a level. 25. $37. What is going on? How is that going 35? All right, now we need that just 4 yards less. Too much. Four yards less. Three and a half yards less. Oh, it stayed. Congratulations. All right, folks. I'm out of here. About 2 hours or so. A little bit longer, actually. But make up for some lost time here. 2 hours and 5 minutes. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I will be back. Probably won't. Maybe I'll do something after, but I'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern for round 2. Well, it's like round without the play-in. It's round 1. With the play-in, it's round 2 of the No Putts Given tournament, where we have 40 guys competing in a bracket-style tournament, all playing against each other for 18 holes, putting-only courses, which have been a lot of fun to watch. If you're not a part of the Discord, that's where everything happens. Join the Discord. It's free to join. That's where everything gets organized and everything takes place. But I will be back. I'll schedule that stream tomorrow at 1 p.m. with Ryan, ASU Golf. Hopefully I can hang with him. Former D1 college golfer, so it may be interesting. But besides that, I'm going to have to make a decision with Mr. Big Dog on Saturday. It's possible that we can play. He'll have to hit the drives. It's possible that I club up by like 3 clubs with irons and just like hit stuff out there and then try to help with chipping and putting, which usually is his. I mean, he doesn't really have a weak point. I was going to say that's a strong suit, but everything's kind of a strong suit. But possible I play with Big Dog on Saturday if he's available, and we just do it that way. But probably another week or so, mostly par 3, shorter stuff. Next week I'll probably venture into some par 3 courses and then try to slowly work our way back here. But appreciate you guys watching, and I'll leave you with my cool end screen until I see you again tomorrow. See ya.